Hello and welcome back to the 52 Press YouTube channel. My name is Sharissa Bradley and I am so excited that you are here. On this video, we are continuing our 10 steps to publication. We are on step 4, the shitty first draft. If you haven't already caught up on the series, I urge you to check out episode 1 where we talk all about your target market, episode 2 where we talk about how to do a brain dump, and episode 3 where we do a book writing strategy. Now it's time to take all of that information, those first 3 steps, and put it all into your shitty first draft. What do I mean when I say that? Well, what I mean is sometimes we can get caught up in the idea that someone is going to read what we write, and that makes it really challenging to get that first draft out on paper. What is important to remember here is no one's going to read your first draft but you. Once you get it all into one cohesive place, you'll be able to maneuver things, move things around, read for cohesiveness and conciseness, and you'll be able to see firsthand what needs to be worked on a little bit more, what needs to be adjusted, and the only way that you can do that is by getting out that first draft onto paper. And for most of us, for all of us probably, that first draft isn't really readable by anybody else but us. There may even be big, large sections in the middle of your text that say something like, elaborate here, or add a graphic here, or add more about this story here. All of those types of notes can easily go into a shitty first draft. But when we get caught up in our mind of someone's going to read these words, it can kind of block that mentality. It can kind of block that writing ability or that flow that we hope to get into and be able to get these stories down on paper. In order to combat that, I really encourage you to go back to the episode before where we talk about doing a book writing strategy. And once you have a strategy in place, something like the days that you're going to be working on your book, the time that you're going to set aside in each of those days, I do encourage you, if you can, to set aside time every single day that is consistent that you can really put into writing your book. And once you get that first draft out of your mind, you can take all of your information from your brain dump. Maybe you can make a mock table of contents. Once you get all of that out on paper, you're really going to be able to start to see how it could be a book, how other people can learn from you, and how it can be put together in a way that really makes sense, that reads well, and that feels really good for you to be sharing with the world. So what do? Well, we take that brain dump with all of that mind mapping and maybe just random scribbles here and random notes here and journals here. And we take all of that information and we start to write it down in some type of order. By putting the pieces in the places we think they might go, we'll better be able to redefine and rework the material. It's really hard to start from scratch, which is why we have the brain dump to give us all of these ideas to get us going, and then the book writing strategy to help set up the course step by step by step. And then finally, by getting all of that information out of your brain and putting it right in order on the page. Maybe you're moving things around as you go, or maybe you just get as much as you can out as possible and print it out, and you can cross things out and move things here and there. And the best part about this is no one else is ever going to see this draft but you. Once you get your shitty first draft written, then you'll take your time to carefully comb over your first manuscript. And once that's done, you'll have a really nice polished second or third draft to give to your family members and your friends to help you even more along the process. We're going to get to beta readers later on in our journey of our 10 steps to publication. But for now, start as best as you can, putting all of that information that you used in your brain dump into your shitty first draft. Just get started. No one is going to read this part but you. So it's okay if it doesn't look good. It's okay if there aren't complete sentences. It's okay if most of it is done in bullet points. The point is for you to get it out of your brain, to put it all on paper, and to make it a way for you to be able to maneuver the pieces and the parts in order to create a cohesive story that really fits with you, that really feels good to put your name on. Thank you so much for being on this episode. Don't forget to check out the other ones from this series and get the PDF in the description box below. And I can't wait to see you on the next episode. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.